Right into our meditation before I bring our truth talk. And that one leads right, it just talked about inner peace. For our meditation today, we're going to spend some time in silence while Tim plays softly, and I'll lead us in a silent meditation. But first, let our close our eyes, make ourselves comfortable where we are seated. Take a deep breath in, hold it while I count to 4. And now breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll spend some time in silence, cultivating inner peace. Now as we begin to bring our attention back, take another deep breath in, count to 4, and release. 1, 2, 3. Now you may open your eyes, wiggle your toes and hands, wake up. Wake up, because sometimes that can bring you into a place where your mind is like, ooh, let me just stay here. No, don't stay there, come back. Come back, it's time for our truth talk now. But before I get into the truth talk, let me ask you a question. Can you think of at least one thing that you're good at doing? And if you can think of, in your mind, you don't have to say it out loud, but if you can think of at least one thing you're good at, raise your hand. Okay, you can think of at least one. All right, let me see. Can you think of at least 2? Okay, all right. I'll just do one more time. I like 3s. Can you think of at least 3?
Yeah.
Okay, this is good. This is good. But now since we're on a roll, I said you don't have to say anything, but anybody willing to say the one thing, at least one thing, out loud? I'll say mine if that helps. Oh, Johnny, go ahead, Johnny.
I believe and feel that I'm good at listening.
Ah, good. Thanks for getting us started. Somebody else. Go ahead, Fran.
I like to talk.
Like to talk.
Johnny?
Good one, Tim. That was a good one.
That's a good one.
That was good. Somebody else. Let's go 2 more people. Go ahead. Karen. Okay, good. Somebody else was going to say
To
something.
go with something along a different line. I'm a good painter.
A good painter. Okay, I felt like, okay. Patty?
Musical.
Musical. Okay. You had your hand up again?
Good granny.
Good granny. Aw. Somebody else? Anka, were you having your hand up or no?
Oh, I already spoke without my hand, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, let me hear it again.
Caring.
Oh, caring. Yeah, okay, caring. Okay, good. All right, so this is good. We're just keep these in mind, sort of, keep this connected to the truth talk today, but I was just curious and not assume that you all didn't know what you're good at. But now that you know, this is even better. All right, so for our truth talk today, let your light shine is the theme for today. Oh, no surprise, this little light of mine, I am light. What's the theme for today, Tim? Oh, light.
Light.
And the truth talk is taken from the New Testament verses from Matthew chapter 5, verses 14 through 16. And you may have heard me say this in past truth talks. I believe the Bible is a source of ancient wisdom. No matter what we think about it or believe about it, it's ancient wisdom for us today. It's not just for that time, it's for us here today. So I often use it as a springboard for our talks here. But let me just read what it says in Matthew 5, 14 through 16. And these are the words of Jesus recorded in the New Testament. You are the light of the world. A city built on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bushel basket. Rather, they put it on a lampstand, and it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so they may see your good works and honor God. Now, again, this passage is ancient wisdom for us today. And it says, you are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. Not you might be, not one day after more growth you will be, not, oh, a select few. It says, you are the light of the world. And that means something sacred, something holy is already true about you. There is something of God within you already. Something sacred, something good, something that is meant to be expressed. And today, I want to talk for a couple minutes about letting your light shine. And when I say letting your light shine, let me be clear about that, because you're like, what do you mean? That could mean lots of different things. I'm talking about letting your God-given gifts, some of those things you mentioned already and thought about, your gifts, your natural abilities, your strengths, your positive qualities, I'm talking about letting those shine. I'm talking about the unique way God expresses through you. Your light may shine through encouragement, somebody said, through caring, through listening, through talking, through creativity, maybe through steady faith. So let your light shine is not just a beautiful spiritual phrase. It is also a call to let what God has placed within you be seen, be used, and to be shared. And recently, I had an example of this. It's funny how I have these ideas in my mind, and then life gives me an example. This was just yesterday, after I had all this talk was already laid out, and it just happened to me. As you know, I teach at a local university here in LA, and I was at an event for business students. They were business majors, and apparently I didn't know anything about this. It was a big competition for these business students to present their business ideas, and their competition is against other schools in the southern LA area. And the judges were people like a judge from the NFL, the judge from ESPN, and a woman who's the head of the Galaxy soccer team. I didn't even know. Do you know the Galaxy soccer team? Anyway, those were the people who were the judges. And I guess beforehand they had to come up with a campaign for a sporting event for the LA area. That was the competition. So I went because of the faculty member who was over it invited me to attend, so I could see our university's students. So each school had a different team of about 4 students. So I just went to see how our team went, and so they were the first ones throughout the day. And then after each one, there was a break. So on the break, I was standing next to another faculty member. I didn't know him before that day. He was teaching in the business department. And so we were chatting for a while. And then the team, which they happened to be all women, they came over to where we were talking and just standing around talking. And so the other faculty member with me, the man from the business department, starts telling the young women about what they could have done better in their presentations. I had talked to him for a while before, so I knew he was very compassionate, and he was being a teacher, but he kept telling them, giving them critique about their public speaking in their presentation, which probably would have been better at a different time. So he was talking and they were taking it in, and while I was standing there, I was thinking to myself, I'm not sure, looking at their faces, I don't think this is what they need right now. Right? Because they had to just stand in front of an auditorium filled with strangers and present their ideas and their whole proposal. And I can't imagine how tough that was for them. And now he's telling them about things they could have done better in the public speaking. And so I was kind of wrestling for a while with myself. I was like, should I take a time to encourage them? Because they look like they need some encouragement, which is one of my natural abilities, to encourage. And so finally I said, I was like, no, I don't want to interrupt what he's saying. I don't want to do something different. I hesitated. And then I said, no, I'm going to say something. So I said to them, those presentation skills can be taught. If I were a judge, I would look at your ideas, the quality of your ideas, the quality of the campaign you put forward, and if you had done the research and the homework. That's what I would judge you on. And one of the women in the team said to me, thank you. I really needed that. And she looked like she had a sigh of relief, like a burden came off of her. And so I thought about that afterwards, and I'm saying, wow, I'm so glad I said something to her and to them, because it made a difference. And that I used my own natural ability of encouragement. And that was one way, that's just a simple example of how I let my light shine. So I wanted you to think about this as we continue on to this truth talk, that sometimes letting your light shine is not about doing something big in front of many people. Sometimes it's about using what you're naturally good at, and you name some of them, in a way that helps someone who's right in front of you. Like with me, they just happen to be right in front of me. Your light shines when the good within you is expressed in a way that helps, that blesses somebody else. And in unity, we understand this scripture, the one I just read earlier, to mean that there is divine light already within us. Not because the ego is perfect, not because the personality is flawless, but because our deepest spiritual identity is rooted in God. So in that passage when Jesus says, you are the light of the world, we hear that in unity, we hear that as a spiritual truth about every person. Each of us is a unique expression of the same divine light. The source is one, but the expressions are many. And one of the clearest ways that divine light becomes visible through our gifts, our strengths, our natural abilities. That is the clearest way each of us carries the light. So, your light does not only exist in some abstract spiritual sense. So it's just not out there, it's a practical, it's not abstract. It shows up actually in the way you were made. It shows up in what comes naturally to you. It's just easy. It shows up in the qualities through which you bless other people. And for one person, it may look like caring. It may look like listening. It may look like hospitality. For another, it may look like courage, generosity, or being a steady presence. No matter what it is, all of it counts. It's how you were uniquely made. So, what does it mean then to hide the light? Because it said, don't put your light under a bushel basket, right? Don't hide the light. What's it trying to say there? It means, hiding means downplaying your strengths. It means dismissing your gifts. It means acting as if what comes naturally to you does not matter so much. But very often the things you dismiss in yourselves are the very things God wants you to use. Your ability to encourage, your ability to listen, your ability to notice what others miss, your ability to explain things clearly, your ability to make people feel welcome, your ability to remain calm in hard moments. These are not small things. These are part of the light. These are a part of the light, and many of us have gotten practiced at minimizing and dismissing our gifts, our natural abilities, the things we're good at. We just dismiss them. We say, oh, it's nothing. We think, oh, anybody can do that. And we hold back because sometimes we just don't want the attention. And we confuse humility with hiding. But humility is not pretending you have no gift. Humility is recognizing that the gift comes from God. And that is different. So to let your light shine is not arrogance. It is agreement with spiritual truth. It's saying yes to the good that God has placed within you. And when you do that, you're not only honoring who you really are and who you were created to be, you're honoring God. So because the light was never meant to stop with you. It was meant to move through you. It was meant to move through you to help, to bless others. So now, let me ask you a question this morning for you just to think about again. We started this a little bit, but think about it this way. What comes naturally to you that may be one of the ways that light shines through you that you might have been dismissing? Think about that for a moment. What's something that it's the light shining through, you should be kind of holding back? Or what light, gift, natural ability have you been underestimating? That's no big deal. Anybody can do that. And the last question for reflection, where might you be hiding it when it's ready now? Maybe it's something you've been doing for a long time, you haven't done it in a while, and you're like, no, it's not time, I can't do it, I don't want to do it. Where might God be inviting you to use these gifts, natural abilities, strengths more intentionally during this season of your life? This season. Not 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but now. Something to think about. And you may say, well, how? How do I do that? Maybe there is something that I've sort of been not really wanting to bring forward, or I've been kind of holding back on. Well, I'll give you 3 steps. First step, acceptance. Acceptance. And to think about it in a new way. Think about it as light. Accept that this light is in you. We heard it in the song, I am light. Jesus said in the verse, you are the light of the world. So you just have to accept that. Accept that some of the gifts, strengths, natural abilities you carry are a part of that light and how it shines. The second step is a decision. At some point, it just has to become a decision. A decision to stop shrinking back. A decision to stop withholding. A decision to stop talking yourself out of what is good in you. A decision to use your voice, your wisdom, your kindness. Third step, prayer. Prayer that asks you this, that you ask God this. God, show me how to let my light shine now. Show me how to let my light shine now. Show me where I'm needed. Show me what gift is ready for me to use now. Show me what I no longer need to hide. The way your light shines may change from season to season. So, as I mentioned before, what looked like your light shining years ago may not be what it looks like today. But as long as there is life in you, there is light. And as long as there is breath in you, there is still something of God ready to be expressed through you. It may not look flashy. It may not be for the public. It may not look like what others are doing, but it can still strengthen. It can still bless. It can still uplift, and it can still heal. It can still shine. So, for today, I want to leave this with you. And I want you to think about this and remember this as you go throughout the week. You have light within you. And it's not there because you are flawless. It is there because your true spiritual nature is rooted in God. And because it is there, you are not called to hide it. You are called to express it. So let your wisdom shine. Let your compassion shine. Let your encouragement shine. Let your creativity shine. Let your natural abilities shine. Because one of the clearest ways the light of God shines through us is through the very strengths and qualities God has placed in us. And sometimes that shining happens in an ordinary moment, like what happened for me yesterday. And it happens in a moment when you need it, when you say the word that someone needed. So it's a moment you stop holding back and let the good in you be used. A small moment, a true moment, a holy moment, a shining light exactly where it is needed. So now, last question. What is the light? This is for you to ask yourself. What is the light in me ready to shine now? What is the light in me ready to shine now? Take that question with you, and as you go into the week, let your light shine. Thank you.